number one or number two reason why there's a car accident?
Ah, yes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for allowing FTNS and the Body Shop into your homes and in through your airwaves. Only here will you learn the backstage secret that the most successful bikini divas, fitness models, and bodybuilders use to dominate their competitions and land on the covers of magazines. In the studio with me is my co-host, Mr. Brian Canone.
Andre, what's happening?
How you doing, B? I can't hear you.
I know.
Okay, there you go.
A little muffled over here.
There we go.
There we go.
There we go. You got to turn me up in the headphones a little bit. So how's everything today, man?
Not bad.
Not bad.
So you brought your fancy hat with you?
Yeah, you know, that's what I do.
Styling a little bit?
Well, you know, I was gonna keep it a secret, but you know, I've been working on a clothing line. You know, so we got the St. Clair collections coming out very, very shortly. You know, I was actually gonna reach out to my friend who's calling in very, very shortly into the studio, and I was gonna ask him to, you know, model some of my clothing or something like that.
Some of your clothes, you think?
Yeah.
You think it'll help having somebody like that model your clothes and might sell a couple extra pieces?
I mean, you know, it'll reach a different demographic.
Oh, really?
You know, than what I initially.
What's your demographic?
My demographic is, you know, young and sexy. You know,
and what's
sexy.
This model's demographic?
You know, this model, he's gonna reach people more so in the fitness world. You know,
okay.
See, what it is, and I know I'm going to offend a lot of people with this, but hey, facts is facts. A lot of these fitness athletes, fitness models, whatever, they can't dress. Okay,
no, really?
Plain and simple.
They can model, but they can't pick their clothes out?
Nah, they don't know how to pick out their clothes. They wear the same suits on stage. It's either black suit, blue suit, and shirt open.
You know what I don't like is when they wear the jeans with holes in them. Like, they think it's club wear. They come out like club wear, and it's like a t-shirt, jeans with holes in them.
I don't know.
Whose kind of style is that?
I don't know what club they're going to. But what they need
Club
to do...
Bricks. It's definitely not Club Bricks.
No, it's definitely not Club Bricks. See, what they need to do is invest in the St. Clair collection, which will be coming out very, very shortly. Mm-hmm. And I've just been signaled by my producer, Big Sean, that we actually have him on the line. So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Body Shop. My man, and soon to be world champion for the second or third time, please welcome Obi Obadike.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's up, Ob? How you doing today, man?
I'm doing good, man. Thank you for that. That was definitely incredible ovation, and you know, definitely thanks for having me back on against.
Man, it's my pleasure.
Do you think, you know, the world title is one thing, but do you think you could hold up to modeling the St. Clair collection?
Hey, it'd be an honor.
GQ magazine might land a cover with that one.
And you know, anytime someone could give me an opportunity to endorse their clothing line's always an incredible honor. So you know, that'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
See, I like
watches too. Specialty watches.
Absolutely.
See,
no doubt.
Now, a lot of people listening to this broadcast may think it's a joke, but please believe me. Okay, things are in the works. All right, you know, got a couple designers, and you know, we're going over fabrics. We're going over a couple of trademarks, and you know. Stuff in the works. So, Obi, I promise you, I'm gonna reach out to you. You know, I'm gonna send you a couple of things, and you know, we're gonna take it from there. Now,
hey, that'd be great. Hey, Andre, you know that I don't do free stuff. You do. Hey, I do gotta pay it, brother. You know what I mean?
Hey,
see how it is?
I'm gonna tell you like this, man. I'm gonna tell you like this, all right? I'm not a record. I'm far from broke, baby. I got you.
Right? You know what? Hey, you're speaking my language.
Trust me. I know about your Muscle Farm contract. You know, I got you, man. All right?
Man, you know what, man? I'm just a brother just trying to pay the bills, guys.
Hey, I've seen your bills, man, and you're paying quite enough of them, right? You know, why don't you cut me a check? You cut me a check, and we can get this whole thing started right here.
Oh man, too funny.
Yes, sir. Okay, Obi. So we're less than we're about 25 days before the Worlds.
Right.
All right. Now, I've seen some of your new profile pics. You're looking incredible. You're looking very, very shredded. I had one of your main competitions on the show, Mr. Rob Riches. And
I actually heard the show, and I just want to say this, that I was really flattered with some of the things he said about me. He gave me props, and I had never heard him talk about me like that, so I was really honored and flattered. And I just want to say this, that Rob is an incredible competitor.
Right.
When the guy comes in shape and he dials it in, it's second to none, and I would never take that away from him. He's a WBF world champion, and nobody can ever take that away from him. And a lot of people are making these predictions on who's going to win, and you can't deny Rob. Of course, he's a contender. He won it in 2009, and so there's a lot of great people, guys, going to be stepping on that stage. Mike McFarland, he's the only guy to win it 2 times.
Right.
Great champion who seems his name doesn't seem to be mentioned at all, and so at the end of the day, you have to go on stage and you have to do it. Okay, there's a lot of people getting crowned, they haven't done anything yet, and they're getting crowned before the show's even begun. And you got to go on that stage and you've got to do it.
That's right.
You have to go on the stage and you have to hit it.
Right.
You got to. It's going to be a dogfight, even for myself. For me to sit here and say that I'm going to win it 2 times for sure, that's silly. You know how many guys are so many great, good-looking, ripped guys that want to win this title? It's not a David and Obie show or Obie and Rob. It's every person is going to, is a viable contender, and that's why I train so hard, because I'm not looking at like one individual. I'm just looking at everybody. Like, wow, everyone is so strong. So I'm excited just to go on the stage and defend my title against the best guys.
Right. You know what, Obie? I'm gonna switch gears just slightly, but we're still gonna remain on the path that we're on. And what I'm witnessing right now is you won the show last year.
Right.
Rob won the show 2009. Okay, now we have the 2011. So we got champion versus champion. Okay, that's how I'm seeing it in my eyes, because of the fact that Rob didn't come back and actually defend his title. He never lost.
He never lost.
Right.
He never lost, and he deserves that.
Right. So in the WWE, there's another thing going on where we got champion versus champion, John Cena, CM Punk. I'm bringing it there because what I want to know is this right here. Do you consider yourself the rightful champion, or do you consider Rob to be the rightful champion, being that he was never officially dethroned?
That's a great question, man. You know what? I've had people, I've had his fans who are very, very lovely sometimes. say, very, very interesting things on my Facebook wall and privately. And that's very, very interesting, because if you think about it, Rob never lost. You know what I mean? He never lost. And so, but, the thing about it is that once you have to defend your title, you have to defend the title, is the bottom line.
Right.
So, when Rob was the champion, I was so hungry. I wanted to win so badly, and I trained so hard for Rob. And a lot of people don't know this. I was disappointed when he pulled out, because I really wanted to compete against him, because it was so close. It was so tight. A lot of people don't know this, but it was tight, and so I wanted that opportunity again. So I was disappointed when he pulled out. But everyone, it is what it is, whatever. But I believe that I'm the rightful champion. You know what I mean? Regardless, even though Rob didn't defend it.
Right.
Last year, it was, for the most part, pretty much unanimous. And so, but this year is a different year. You've got Rob coming back, and I feel like, even though Rob wasn't there when I stepped on stage, I did my thing, but I think being a champion is more than just winning on stage. I feel like I've won off the stage.
Correct.
And I've really promoted that WBF brand as if I'm on the payroll. I promoted that thing all over the world, and I will never stop promoting it. And that's what a champion's about. You know, champion's not about winning the title. All of a sudden you sneak off in a freaking hole and no one hears about you until the show comes about. All of a sudden, oh, WBFF, I love WBFF. Where were you about 6-7 months ago?
Exactly.
All of a sudden you're pro WBFF 1 month before the show.
Right.
You know, you've got to be consistent, and that's what the Dillettes want from their champions. They don't want the champion to disappear. You know, you got to be consistent, and that's what it is. At the end of the day, yeah, I mean, you're being judged on what you do off of stage. I'm not saying that the guy who promotes the most is going to be the one that wins, but when you win, you really want to represent the organization the best, because you are what helps to elevate that organization. The people look at you, and that's the champions typically are the ones that a lot of these young people are looking up to as far as wanting to compete in the organization. Well, wow, that's a champion. Wow, this person is doing this, person is doing that. So you're representative.
Right.
And so I believe, you know, the WBFF, you know, I know some people can call it kiss butt. I've heard that. We kiss his butt. Oh, Obie, it's political. That's why he won. I've heard that before. I've heard all of that, you know.
Well, Obie, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. If you were a judge, and what do you think your strong points are, or that Rob's strong points are going into this competition?
You know what's so funny is that it's very similar. You know, we're both known as, like, Rob is known, he's got pretty good stage presence, and I think our strength is conditioning and stage presence, and I think Rob has mentioned that over, you know, in the interview, you know. We're known for that. We're known as being, you know, arguably two of the leanest guys when we're dialed in. So that's what we're known for. So a lot of our strengths are very, very, very similar, you know, and I think at the end of the day, it's really going to come out to who brings the very best package on stage, presents it well, and you know, it's just a combination of everything. It's
what do you think it makes that complete package of a great fitness model? Is it a lot to do with stage presence, or is it a lot to do with marketability?
I think it's marketability without a doubt. You know, I think your face obviously is very, very important for marketability, as well as your body too. You know, it's your face and your body.
Do you think that? Well, with that being the case, do you think that body condition plays a huge part in a show that has to do with fitness modeling, opposed to like bodybuilding would, where it's all about your physique?
I think it does. You know, I don't think that Paul obviously, he tells his judges exactly, this is what I'm looking for in my champion. And if I'm not mistaken, I know one of the things he says, the guy's got to be sliced. He's got to be sliced. The champion's got to be great looking, and he's got to, you know, bring it on stage. So all of those things are important. I think the split, from what I believe, is 40% face, 40% physique, 20% stage presence. And let's just say, guys, you can have the greatest face in the world, right? You can have the best body and slice, right? But if you don't have the ability to present it on stage,
right,
the judges are not going to judge. You know, you're not going to win. That stage presence is important. You know, you have to practice that. You know, your stage, you got to be smooth, and your quarter turns got to be smooth. When you're on stage, it just got to come off. You got to stand out. You know, and so yeah.
Okay, now Obie, it's very interesting that you broke down the actual criteria split. You know, the 40-40-20, because too many times you have fitness competitors, fitness models, male, females, you got bodybuilders, and they love to use the term politics. I didn't win because of politics. Oh, the judging was rigged, I apologize. And I can't stand hearing that any longer, because you have a panel of, I believe it's 7 judges. Okay, they each have their own individual mind. They each have their own individual thought. They know what they're looking for based on the criteria that is given to them by the promoter of the show. Now, when people try to say that WBFF is fixed, Paul Dillette is never at the judges' table the entire time. Okay,
Right.
Brian Cannone does the exact same thing. He is never at the judges' table. So your victory is completely left up to you and the impression that you leave on the judges.
Right.
Why do you feel people constantly refer back to politics or blame their placings on politics?
I think because, people, they know that the organization's based on, it's obviously marketability is huge. What you've done in the industry, obviously, I'm not saying it's influential, but I think people think, well, because this guy's been on so many, because David was on so many covers, that's why he plays second. Because Obie was on so many covers, that's why he won, and it's absolutely silly. You know what I mean? In 2009, guys, and I'm not trying to be cocky or arrogant, I had probably the best year out of any fitness model that was on that stage if you're going off of covers and exposure.
Right.
I didn't win. I didn't win the show. Rob did. You know what I mean? In 2008, I missed my flight and I stepped on the stage. I wasn't judged that year.
Right.
And I was kind of one of the newbies that was going to come. I was one of the guys that a lot of people were expecting to really do some interesting things in the industry. So, so it's, people are going to say things because when you see an individual win and they've had success and they've been on coverage and stuff like that, people just assume, well, Obie's going to win because, we know Obie's going to win. He's close with Paul because he's been on so many covers. He's not going to lose. But guys don't understand that a lot of people don't understand how perfect I have to look on stage to override all of that. You know what I mean? You think that I think in my head that I've got it won. Brian is going to vote for me because he's my boy and we're friends.
Right.
No, I got to be these judges. Like this year, I got to look like a superhero.
That's right.
Defend this thing.
That's right.
If I don't look like I did last year or better, it's going to be hard for me to win.
Right.
I understand that.
Okay. Right. Now let's talk about how you go about promoting the WBFF. I understand, what a lot of people believe that the whole promoting thing is going on Facebook and, putting on your Facebook wall, WBFF, yay, way to go, WBFF, the best of the best competes, or you go on Twitter and you say, join the WBFF. I want you to come back and I want you to tell people exactly what it is you do to help promote the WBFF as well as yourself. And I'm going to get that answer from you right after these commercial words. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to The Body Shop. Stay tuned. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now who do I have on the line right now?
It's Obie.
Okay, I got Obie.
See if Daryl is on the line.
Hey, caller number 2, are you on the line? No.
Let me find out.
All right.
Just hold on a second.
Okay. Hold on, Obie. I'm about to come back from commercial in just a second or two.
Let me see if I can call you.
Hey, Obie, are you still there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hello. Hello. No. Am I on? No.
You're not.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
What's up, man? We're getting ready. I'm trying to come back from a commercial.
Okay.
Hold on. Hold on now. Cool.
Yes.
Gotta do it. Gotta do it.
Yes. Yes. We got our music back.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Body Shop. I am your host, Andre Brick St. Clair. I got my in-studio co-host, Mr. Brian Canone, and on the line we have the world champ, WBFF Pro, Mr. Obi Obadike. Now,
What's going on, guys?
yeah, man, you know how you do, man. You know. Now, Obi, right before the break, okay, I was asking you about promoting the WBFF, and I want to know how you go about promoting the WBFF, because a lot of people basically think it's you jump on Facebook and you post a couple of photos and you hit the WBFF catch slogan, and that's
any interview that I do, any local TV interview I do, any cover I do, any media related thing that I do that I have any control of, I always make sure to have that WBF name. Even on some of these covers that I've landed internationally, a lot of the international ones, you have a little bit of control in regards to what they'll put on the front cover. I always try to put my input, and ultimately they make that decision. But my thing is any media-related thing that I do is to make sure that that WBF name is there, WBF World Champion or WBF Pro. And when I'm in Australia emceeing shows, or when they're promoting me in Australia as an MC, WBFF. When it's Africa, Nigeria, WBFF. The sponsorship deal I got with Ultimate Fitness Magazine. Part of the deal is that any article that I write, any article that they use of me, always has to have the WBF logo and name, always. So, which is pretty cute to have that in a contract. But that's kind of how I feel, man. It's really, I'm kind of like I'm either all in or I'm all out.
Right.
I'm all in with the WBFF. So that's a way of me just really getting that name globally in so many different places.
Right.
You figure if you're making a name for yourself globally, why can't you bring the WBFF with you if you're affiliated with the organization?
Right. Now, earlier during the interview, you made a comment, and I was really trying to catch it, and you was talking about that a lot of people are making predictions, about the show, and the show hasn't taken place yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna open up the phone lines, and that's 1-650-ASK-FTNS, and I want someone to call in with their predictions as I continue to talk to Obie, and I want to find out how hearing these predictions make you feel, Obie, and I want to get your predictions. And I'm getting a signal. I believe we have a caller. Caller, are you there?
I am here.
Oh, I know this voice.
Interview.
I know this voice.
You do not know this voice. Huh? Who is this?
Okay, hold on. So, ladies and
Prediction
gentlemen,
himself.
Yeah, this is the predictor himself. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Body Shop. Thank you for calling in. Please welcome back Mr. Daryl Holloman.
What is going on? You know what? This should be the Daryl Shop.
Oh, wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
no.
I already gave you a nickname. You can't take the Body Shop, all right? Matter of fact, you cut off from that nickname right now. So, oh man, we're doing good. Daryl, say hello to Obie.
Hey, Obie.
Hey, what's up, my man? How are you?
I'm okay. I was listening in, and they said, hey, can we get a call? And I was the first one to pick up the phone. I listen to everyone, see what's going on.
Right.
And I love the show.
Appreciate that.
How you doing, Brian? How you doing, Brick?
Everything's good.
Everything is lovely. Now
you keep going back and forth on competing, but the one thing you're talking about is who's going to win.
Uh-huh.
What is this predictions you put out?
Well, you know, this been getting a lot of play lately. I predicted the top 5, and by certain things I look at and certain pictures I see that I'm privy to.
Okay.
That no one else has seen.
Okay.
And it's a prediction. You know, there's so many variables that can come into play with judging, and stage presence, and you know, how ripped you are. I mean, but it's just my prediction that I posted. I predicted the top 4.
Okay.
What placing there would be.
Let me get those top 4 predictions.
5.
Hey, Daryl.
I get that 5th spot.
Let me get those top 4.
I said 4 was Scott Doran.
Okay.
I said 3 was what did I have 3? Oh, I had Rob Richards at 3.
Wow. Okay.
And I had Obie at 2.
And who's number 1?
Respect to Obie. No disrespect to Obie, because and I had Camarelli at 1.
Yeah, Kimberly. Okay. So where are you within this top 5 placing?
Well, I'm not.
Here we go. Okay. Hold on.
I know. Well, I'm in a different category here.
Okay.
I was competing with them.
Okay. I'm looking at his Facebook right now, and there's a new post that says, "This is out of mutual respect. I have both you guys, Obi Obadike and David Camarelli."
Okay.
As first place?
Obie.
Yeah.
Okay. Unlike the IFBB, where they won't let their pros talk to other pros and they like to build up hype, I don't do that here on the Body Shop, not the Daryl Shop. On the Body Shop, I will not do that, right? So what I want to know is this right here, and we're going to keep this friendly because the WBFF promotes, friendly competition, as do I. But hearing these predictions, how does that make you feel?
I don't take this stuff personally, because everyone's entitled to their opinion. I mean, Daryl's a friend of mine. I know him, so he's entitled to his opinion.
Right.
I mean, honestly, most of the predictions out there, I'm not winning anyway. I mean, I'm on Facebook, and I swear to God, some of them, I'm actually higher on Daryl's list. Some of them I'm 3rd, 4th, 8th, 15th, 20th, So I can't be mad at Daryl's prediction, because he's got me higher than some of the other ones, Some of the other ones, you just like, damn. Like, did you guys watch what happened last year?
Right.
You know what, man? Everyone's entitled to their opinion. I want to say this over the phone. I'm not offended by what Daryl said, man. And he's entitled to his opinion, and entitled to what he wants to say. And him saying that doesn't make him less of a friend to me. That's his opinion.
Exactly.
That's what it's called. It's called a prediction.
Right.
But at the end of the day, you know, you know, you have to, you know, everyone. There's a lot of great guys in this division that are sleepers. You got Ryan John Baptiste, you know, who some people thought probably should have finished higher. You've got Mike McFarland, you've got Rob, there's so many guys that it's not a two-man show. And so a lot of people ask me, are you concerned with David? I'm like, no disrespect to him. No, I'm concerned with everybody.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Because everyone is so strong and is so dangerous. And so I can't look down on anyone, you know, but, you know, at the end of the day, you know, to beat the champion, you have to knock that person out. You have to come in there on that stage and you have to light out the person to beat them. If you don't, it's going to go back to the champion.
And now,
if that individual's able to do that, God bless them, they are the new champion.
Are you ready to repeat, though?
Am I?
Yeah, are you ready to repeat?
I'm in the best shape of my life, guys.
Okay.
I'm very, very prepared.
Right.
I know that stage like the back of my. I know exactly what I'm going to do on that stage. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I know the condition I'm going to have to come in to try to take it. I have to come in there looking perfect. I can't look, you know, 50% or 40%.
Right.
So I know that I'm going to bring it. I'm very, very confident. You know, do I think it's going to be easy? No at all. This is going to be a dogfight. I had a conversation with Dillette today. I said, Paul, this is going to be crazy. You know what I mean? I even told Scott Dorn, I said, man, you're dangerous. Scott Dorn's dangerous. A lot of, you know, that's a young cat that's probably the future of the WBFF. And so I got respect for everyone. Even Mike McFarland, I just posted an image of him because I want to give him his respect and due because this is a guy that's won it 2 times. He's the only 2-time WBF champion. And his stage presence, a lot of the stuff he does on stage, a lot of people don't know that I took some of the stuff that he does in my own routine. That's how much respect I got for that cat. So it's not going to be easy at all, man. And, you know, may the best person win. I'm very, very prepared. And I'm going to get my best game, man, you know? Okay.
Now, Daryl, are you going to compete or not? Let me just get the answer straight from you.
I had a texting type conversation with Dillette today also. So I am there in Canada. Right. 3 weeks away. I'm going to look like a mini flex wheeler. Actually, I look good right now, to tell you the truth.
And when that man's in shape, man, his physique is second to none, man. His conditioning is incredible. Right. Everyone saw it in Kansas City. I wasn't there, but I just saw the pictures. And so he's a dangerous guy, whatever division he decides to compete in. And I know he's doing the muscle model. So that's a cat that's really going to help elevate that division and really bring it, you know. So that's going to be exciting to see. You know, having Daryl Holloman on that stage, man, he's going to ignite it.
This is going to be fun. You know, and I got to say one thing.
What's that?
I would love to be a mediator with a face-off with, because I truth be told, I think these are the top 2 guys. These are the guys that beat Kimarelli and Obadike. Right. I would love a face-off, almost like a boxing style face-off. The fans, it'll be intriguing.
Well, I'll tell you what I'll do.
What are you feeling right now? What are you preparing for? 3 weeks away. Everyone wants to see a face or a voice off, and I think that they're 2 mature adults. Right. Hopefully they are, and I think they are, and I know they are because I know them both. I call them both friends, so it kind of puts me in a very precarious position in a way.
You know what?
You know what I mean?
I think I can make that happen. Matter of fact, I can guarantee you that's going to happen sooner than a lot of people think. Right? I'm going to try to make that happen. But now, I want to do something a little bit different here on the Body Shop, okay? I want Daryl and Obie to actually ask each other questions on, you know, training and give some advice and you know, give their personal feedback in regards to the WBFF and all the rest of that stuff.
Okay. Well, you want me? You know what's funny?
Yeah.
Obie and I have almost similar training philosophies.
Okay.
So we're almost mirror image in a sense when it comes to training philosophy. I would like to know how much cardio Obie does because he stays so shredded.
Okay.
It doesn't matter what year it is or what month it is. Obie is always in shape.
So Obie.
How much cardio and how often do you do it, Obie?
I would say, Daryl, I do about 3 times cardio 3 times a week, and I would say about 25 to 30 minutes each day.
Okay, but what kind of cardio are we doing? Are we doing like
It's high interval. It's like sprinting.
Okay.
Sprinting stuff. When I go on, one of the 3 days is sprinting, and then the other 2 days it's like high interval. It's like going on a 3-mile run at like a 7.5 minute, 8 minute mile pace. Really, really strong pace. So it's really high interval. When I'm done with my cardio, I can't stand. I'm like, that's the type of cardio that I like to do.
Okay. All right, now.
And I guess the question that I would ask Daryl is, when he, how did he get his skin so tight? You know what I mean? Like,
right.
His skin, he's got this paper thin.
His lower abs, like there's so many people that have those lower abs, like photoshopped out. No, his are like there all the time.
Right. How does he get paper thin skin?
It's the cardio and the diet, really. I'll make jokes and I joke around. If you know my personality, and you do, because we've hung out, and we'll keep this real.
Absolutely.
We've hung out. We actually are friends. I still hope we're friends since I did a few seconds. But it's the cardio. I do a lot of cardio. I do 45 minutes 5 times a week, 45 minutes to an hour. But I eat really well, lean. 97% of my diet is really clean. So when you see me with pictures of wine or doing this, it's all a lot of fun. I mean, people got to take jokes sometimes. Their life is too serious.
Right. Okay.
And hey guys, I just want to let you guys know that we actually planned this. You know what I mean? I actually told Daryl I told Daryl, hey, I want you to go on Facebook and say that David's going to win.
Oh, really?
And I want to create this situation that I'm mad at him. So y'all can bring us out on it. So we actually planned this, honestly.
Okay. Well, see, this is the WBFF, not the WWE, so I know that we didn't do any of this and this planning backstage. There's no predetermined winner.
It's very similar to the whole bodybuilding.com form. Me and Vince, we planned it. You know what I mean? We planned the whole situation where someone faked my identification. Said all those things about Vince saying he was on steroids. We planned that.
Okay.
Because we trying to get some exposure. We trying to get some airtime, and as brothers, we got to work hard to get some exposure. So that's the only way we can do it.
Well, I tell you what, anytime you need exposure, all you got to do is pick up the phone, call into the FTNS studios. I'll be more than happy to answer the phone and put you both on again.
Okay. All right. Cool.
Obie, what was the main? What do you think out of this phone call today? Just calling into the show. What's the main thing that you want people to know going into this contest and just kind of put out there about yourself?
You know what? I just like that I respect everybody. I respect David. I respect every competitor, and that I don't think that I'm better than anybody. God has blessed me, guys. Like, I never even thought that I would I never thought I'd be a world champion. I never even thought that I would get a cover in this industry. So everything I've ever gotten, everything I've ever received in this industry has just been from God. It boggles my mind that actually people look up to me in this industry. So I just want to let everyone know that I'm just fortunate and flattered to be in this industry. I don't think I'm the #1 model in the world. I just work hard, and I'm flattered that people put me, in that whole top echelon in the industry. But I just want to let everyone know that I respect everyone, but at the same time, I'm very hungry, and I'm not about to give up my title to anybody because I know how hard I've had to work to get it. It took me 3 years to get it, so I will be prepared.
Go ahead.
If that person ends up being better than me significantly, they deserve to win. God bless them. They're the champ. I told Gillette this over the phone today. I said, if that person comes in there and kicks my ass, stage-wise and conditioning-wise, and just they deserve to win. And you're going to see that in the video. You'll see that. Last year you saw that. And this year, if that person does that, they deserve to win. Okay. Okay. And yeah.
Like where that's going. Daryl, you were saying you got a quick story?
I got a quick story, and Obie won't remember this, but I have to bring it up because I had called it out on Facebook 2 days ago. There was a post that everyone, I think Wash Candido, yes?
Yeah, no watch.
They put up a post. This is before I knew really any of these guys. They were just my Facebook friends. And they were talking about the WBFF. I had never competed in WBFF. And they were talking about who are the top models and who can't be beaten or what can this. And there was they were naming all these guys and Obie and this and this. And it was like they were the Mount Rushmores of fitness modeling. So I'm looking at this post. I'm like, wait a minute, what? They really don't know who I am. So there's a guy from Ireland named Ian Graham.
I remember.
He's in great shape. He's a personal trainer. He chimed in on the post with Obie, with Micah. I didn't know any of these guys. He says, watch out for a guy named Daryl Holloman. This was February. Obie said, who? He knows who Daryl Holloman is, right? And well, this was a true story. Obie would have remembered.
I remember that. It's so funny. It's funny that he brought that up because I actually remember that vividly. I remember that he was just like, "Hey, there's a guy," and I was just like, "Who?" You know what I mean? I remember that. And so there's I've always said it that the guys you see on the covers of magazines, that doesn't mean that those guys are the best as far as marketability. And marketability is very subjective. It's like taking 10 black women and 10 white women and then saying who do you think looks better. Right. Black guy or this white guy. The 10 black women will probably say the black guy looks better. The 10 white women are going to say probably the white guy looks better. It's very subjective, especially when you're talking about black and white or different, people coming from different ethnic, places and stuff like that, different ethnic features. So marketability, particularly if you have two people that look good, is so subjective. And when you break it down, race, black and white, it is, that's as subjective as it can be. Right. And so that's why, we train so hard on our conditioning, our stage, because you're keep putting in the hands of all these judges to make the decision who they think is best, who they think is the best on that day, and that's why you have to come in there and you have to bring it. You can't come in there with I'm great looking and I'm in shape. That's enough. No, it's not enough. Right. And so it's going to be very difficult for the judges to decide because there's so many great people that are going to be on that stage, and it is the Mr. Olympia fitness model. I'm just honored to be on that stage competing against all these great guys who I have so much respect for, and and everyone's trying to dethrone me, that I got to do my best to make sure that doesn't happen, Right. But at the end of the day, guys, even if I lose, if that, God forbid, if that happens, it will not destroy me because I've been so blessed in this industry. There's so many things, so many goals I have beyond fitness modeling. You know what I mean? So it doesn't end with Daryl or me about what happens in this World WBF show. Not to say anything bad about the WBFF, but we all have bigger dreams than the WBFF.
Okay, you know what? Let's build off of that. And I know we're almost running out of time, so I want to be respectful of that. But I want to give you both enough time to answer this next question. Based off of what Obie just said, okay, and Daryl, I'm going to start with you, and then Obie, I'm going to finish up with you on the same question. How much longer do you feel that you have in this industry?
As far as fitness modeling?
As far as competing.
Oh, competing.
Yeah. Let's start with Daryl.
Okay, go ahead, Daryl.
Competing, I would say, I'll be 39 and celebrate this well in Canada after my win. Let's say about 3 years.
Okay, because you believe.
I like the way he slipped that in.
Yeah, I caught that too. I caught that too.
You know what I mean? After my win.
September 1st, so I'll be celebrating in Canada.
Hey, that was smooth, Daryl. That was smooth. Oh man.
Okay.
I'll say 3 years.
Obi?
I take everything year by year, guys. You know, I don't know if I'm coming back next year. I just take everything year by year, so I really don't know. I didn't even think I'd be competing this year. I remember I told Clark Bartram, a friend of mine, win, lose, or draw, I'm done. And then all of a sudden, you know, I just like, man, I want to come back and defend the title. So I take everything year by year, man,
right.
To be honest with you. I don't know if I'll be back in 2012, to be honest with you. I got a lot of big projects that I'm working on, some TV projects that are probably going to come into fruition or whatever. So I don't know. I just try to focus on this year, and next year we'll see what happens. I just don't know. All I can say is that I'm excited about this year.
Right.
Everything beyond that, I can't tell you. You know what I mean? I just don't know.
Well, I'll tell you what I'm looking forward to. All right. I know I have a few years left in this industry, as long as my voice decides to hold up. And I'm looking forward to seeing new champs crowned. I'm looking forward to seeing champs defend their titles. But I'm looking forward to seeing the camaraderie that I'm hearing on the radio right now. I'm looking forward to seeing the entire sport just evolve into something bigger than what any one promoter can envision. I'm looking forward to seeing more and more athletes take fitness and bring it into a healthy and more positive sport. I'm looking forward to seeing people learn how to promote themselves, learn how to take jokes, learn how to build up a friendly hype like what Daryl did and what Obie's doing. I'm looking forward to seeing all of that. I'm also forward to looking to seeing all of you guys on August 27th at the World Championships. I want to wish you best of both of luck. I want to thank you both for calling into the Body Shop. All right. I want to thank Brian for being here, my producer Big Sean, and as always, I would love to thank the fans and listeners of the Body Shop and FTNS Radio. And in closing, success breeds envy. The best revenge you can have against a jealous person is to become even more successful. Keep God first and everything will fall into place. Hey guys, we gotta go, but we'll see you when we see you.